This is the foundation inspection. I'm at the front right elevation. I'm inspecting the foundation for cracks and other signs of deterioration. Now here the grade is a little too high. It's actually touching the brickwork. The problem with that is that damp from the grade can soak through the brickwork, and that can damage the wooden structure of the building. You've got the bricks here obviously to stop any water coming out or eroding the ground, but that too, the bricks are not good, and the grading is too high at this particular level. This particular position. We're now back on the right hand elevation. The grading at the rear of the building actually slopes towards the building, and that may require at some point the installation of a French drain around this area. The problem is, with it draining towards the building, when you've got water coming towards the building, it can pool on this area, and the raised hydrostatic pressure in this area can cause the foundation to lift and move, and you don't want that to happen. Now, has it moved yet? I have no idea at the moment, but in the future it could. And because we've got this slope towards the foundation, it's set up to make it worse if it did happen. So, you know, you might like to consider putting in a French drain. They're not that expensive to install, and they would solve that problem of water collecting at the foundation of the rear elevation. On the front elevation and both side elevations, the grading's nice. It slopes away from the building, and it should drain well. Just go around there and make a record of it. You can see it slopes here, and then we're going to go around here, and we're sloping away from the building here. That's all looking very good. I'm on the front elevation at the chimney. The roof is too steep for me to walk on all over, so I'm going to be inspecting it from the ground apart from this area around the chimney. And we're currently looking at flashings and the counter flashings. There are nails here that are protruding from the roof. They're going to rust out and you'll have a roof leak, so they need to be pulled out and caulked. The roof from this position looks in good to okay condition. Now the penetrations are caulked. Yeah. This is the chimney breast at the rear, and the flashings are all in okay condition. We don't have a spark arrestor on the chimney. There should be a spark arrestor on there, chimney cap, but no spark arrestor. Basically it's a wire grid, stops animals from getting in and out. We're going to look at the rear elevation of the roof. I can't walk on that, it's too steep, but I can see that the penetrations are all caulked. Again, the roof looks in reasonable condition. I'm staying at the right elevation. We're looking at the walls at the moment. What we're looking for are cracks, and we've got some cracks here in the walls. They're running down from the roof line towards the foundation. What that indicates is some amount of settlement in the walls and the foundation around here. We're looking to see if we've got some more. There's some hairline cracks there, but they don't seem to be going anywhere. Just could be seasonal cracks. This crack in this area here, which is by the meter, that shows some movement in the building. Look at the rest of the walls. This window has got holes in the caulking around the side here. They need to be refilled. They look as if they were just poor caulking. It's not movement of the building, so that's a good thing. The caulking is missing from this window here on both sides. That needs to be caulked. And there's some holes in the caulking along the bottom. Likewise here. I recommend that all the windows are recaulked. It's very hit and miss, the caulking. The building doesn't have gutters. As such, at the end of valleys, as we've got here, water runs out and erodes the grade. It also increases the water content of the ground at the foundation at this point, and that can cause foundation movement. This is the main panel. We have the neutral on the left hand here. This is the main panel. Look at the condition of the wiring and the size of the wiring. There's a neutral here, and the ground and the neutral are not bonded, and they should be bonded. This has been recently renovated, this house, and so that ground should be bonded to the neutral, and it's not. Let's go and look at the sub panel and see what's been done there. This is the main water meter. It's located at the front yard, close to the curb. This is sub panel, and I'm trying to see what's going on. You can't see from my observation whether or not the neutral and the ground are bonded. They shouldn't be. They should be unbonded. I recommend an electrician, a certified electrician, has a look at these two boards. It gives you a recommendation as to whether anything needs to be changed. Certainly the main board, it is normal to have the ground and the neutral bonded at the main board and unbonded at the sub panel, which is what we've got here. I'm carrying out the functional flow test. This is the master tub, and there's no hot water at it. It's probably the valve in here. It's stuck. It can be fixed by a plumber, but there's no hot water currently flowing into the master tub. This is the return air, and we're registering 71.8, and the register up here is measuring a minimum of 46. Okay, on the register. 46. This is the compressor. We're at the right hand elevation of the building. It looks in good condition. It has excellent insulation over the cold pipes. There's an isolator for it up here. it's been running for a couple of hours, the actual condition inside is good. So the air conditioner on the compressor is looking. This is the air handler. It's just lit. Can't take this one apart because it's actually a sealed unit. The safety tray beneath the condenser is surrounding it all. Heating is running presently. All in all, it's an okay installation. One small point, it actually is resting on a piece of wood here, so under certain circumstances vibration could be transmitted into the house. Normal for them to be suspended. I recommend that you have somebody come in and just lift it and suspend it from one of the rafters up here rather than have it resting on this piece of wood. That will reduce the noise being transmitted into the house. This is the water heater. The water heater is at the end of its working life. You can see here that you've got corrosion around the input valve to the heater itself. On this side it's in reasonable condition, looks like the pipe's been replaced, but there is a water leak here, and that is in need of immediate attention. And you can see here that that pipe is quite heavily corroded. In addition, there's corrosion in the water pan itself, but worse than that, there's corrosion on the base here, and that indicates that there's water leaking inside the unit. So this water heater, in my opinion, is already leaking. I might be able to get an idea of its age. It's often very difficult to age them because they can spend a lot of time on a shelf before they're installed. There's no guidance here as to the age of this tank. No, none whatsoever. But in my opinion, it's at the end of its working life because of the presence of rust here and in that area. I'm not going to take the covers off here or touch this in any way because they can spontaneously start leaking and make things worse, and I don't want to do that. It is for heating water, however, but how long it'll last before it starts to leak badly, there's no telling. I recommend it's replaced.